Hello, guys. You know that some of you, most of your problems start at home. At home, years ago, they said, okay, you are the pillar of the home, you are the breadwinner, you are looking after everyone in your home, your mother, your father, your siblings. You are actually the breadwinner of your home. You've been chosen in that home to be the one that brings about change in your home, right? But the most unfortunate thing for you is that because ke setlamo se entsweng ka wena hore you are the light of that house and you are the one that will bring change in that home, ends up becoming a curse in your life where even when you try to progress in things that are actually meant to now see you fulfilling your own goals, your own dreams, your aspirations, you can't do that because of setlamo se etsahetseng ko heno, the ties that are connected with you in relation to where you come from. And it is so deep for you because the family also wants to determine who you marry, where you stay, whether you should have children or not, and all of that, because your blessing that you have been given, or the amount of blessings that you have in your life, are now controlled by where you come from. That is why some of you, when you try to enter into a relationship, it ends because when you start a relationship, the only thing that your family is thinking about is whether you'll be able to look after them in the way that you're going to look after your partner, right? And because of this fear, they then do things to you spiritually to ensure that that relationship never progresses, because they know you are going to be looking after that person, you are going to start your own family, you're going to build a life with this new person, and actually, connect yourself with the angels of this person, therefore sort of divorcing yourself from some of the aspects that come from your family. They can't allow that. So what will they do? They will sabotage your relationships in order for you to keep going back home. You want to marry, you've identified a woman that you want to marry, and they see what is going to happen when you get married to this particular person. They sabotage that marriage because they cannot allow you to go look after a person when you still have duties at home. So you end up being energetically tied to the cord that is your home, that is now also becoming a curse in your life. And a lot of people who are in these ties with their families don't realize that the family members who are doing these things to them are actually responsible for bringing upon more curses into that family line or that bloodline, because this person is not being released to do what they're actually meant to be doing. So if the person's heart is not open enough to now start wanting to do more, look forward to living, look forward to achieving more things, their family will eventually be a product of their own curses, because the person who was chosen in that family to actually bring light, bring wealth, bring success into that family is now being prevented to do those things through African magic. The person who has been chosen by that particular bloodline or that family to bring blessings upon that family is now being prevented to do what they are meant to be doing, because the problems that this person is experiencing is coming from their own home, right? So this person is going to try and start relationships. Those relationships are not going to go anywhere because back home they have done something to him. He's going to try and get married. That marriage will be sabotaged because something has been done to him. In some instances, it can be sabotaged to the point where they actually take their partner to make sure that the partner doesn't exist, whether through killing the person, making the person disabled. They can do so many things just to prevent this person from moving on or from finding a life apart from the family, because the family has now decided that this is the person who is meant to be looking after them for life. And if this person is now being tied to this cord where they are actually meant to be looking after everyone in the family for life, you're going to see most of them not even progressing, because they are not allowing their child to do what they are meant to be doing. So they are going to be stuck in that very same home where the boy or this guy is tied. They are going to be stuck there because they are not energetically releasing this person to fulfill what they are meant to fulfill in their life. And that is why so many of them are depressed. So many of them don't want to live. So many of them don't see the reason for living, because they end up living for their families, their immediate families. They are not living the life that they envision to live. They are not traveling as they would want to travel. They're not looking after themselves the way they should, because their responsibilities are tied back to what they are supposed to be doing at home, which is a little bit unfair, because one could then swear that this person was born to be, taking care of their family for the rest of their lives. But when this cord is tied through this person, everyone can be released to achieve what they are meant to be achieving, because through his luck or through his anointing, he's able to source opportunities for those that are not working at home. Through his anointing, he's able to source opportunities for his mother, his father, to start doing well in the home, sisters to start getting married and establish their own family structures outside, and all of that. But if they prevent him from doing what he's supposed to be doing, everyone in the bloodline will continue getting stuck, because they don't realize that the pillar of the family, the one that has been chosen to cut these ties, has to be released to start his own life, in order for him to vibrate through the energy of which has been chosen for him or identified for him, which is love, kindness, happiness, joy, peace, and all of that. And through that energy and the person that this person will be meeting, they too will be able to pour back into those family structures, in order for everyone to eventually become a success. If you have been a victim, or if you're a victim of something like this, where you know that you're supposed to be living a certain life but you can't because you have responsibilities back home, no matter what you do, your efforts are not appreciated. You keep trying to find ways to assist everyone, these efforts are not appreciated. You could be in a situation where you have been tied by your own family, and you now need to do certain rituals to ensure that you undo the cord and the things that have been done to you, to make sure that you achieve what you are meant to be achieving. So it's so unfortunate, but a lot of people are in situations they are in not by choice, but by what has been done to them by their family members.